Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today we are going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of MorrisCostumes Jack Stalker. Okay, so this is one I've wanted for a very long time. His price is very, very high, especially now. It's been raising up even more, but I luckily got him for a really good deal, and here he is. He is super cool. I actually got this as a Christmas present, and this is one I'm super excited about because he's massive. I have seen him at Transworld, but not up close at all. He was really up high and far away. So this is really the first time I'll be seeing him up close in person. It will look really, really cool. And he's huge. He is one of the bigger props they have released. So I'm super excited about him. Let's get straight into the unboxing. Here we go. Alright, so this may be a longer unboxing because I have already kind of looked in. I haven't looked at any parts specifically, but there are a ton of parts in here. And most of them are huge as well. So the first part I see accessible is this giant kind of like shoulder plus hunchback piece. It's big. There it is. Put that to the side. Luckily, the head is actually right here. So let's see if we can get the head out. Yes, we can. Here it is. Look at that. That is awesome. It does have a pretty nice paint job. It has some really cool eyes. But yeah, it looks really detailed. Does have a moving mouth, as you can probably tell here. Then you can kind of see the internals back here. That's what it looks like. There it is. And it does not have a full head, but it has this metal armature to make it look like a full head. So I kind of like that. I do wish some more props had that because it definitely looks better with the full head. Next we have two leg foam pieces. And Prowling Jack is actually a really cool one. I do actually like that one better, but you cannot find him for a low price. And this guy is basically the exact same. They just cover the in-between section. So if you really wanted, you could cut the fabric to the legs, because this one still has legs. It's not just two poles. He does have the legs, so they basically are the same prop. So you technically could make Prowling Jack Stalker out of Jack Stalker. Here is the giant rib cage. That is awesome. It does have internal lighting as well, which I really like. There it is. One part I see in here that I think is way bigger than I expected it to be is this. This is the pumpkin hand. So we'll take this wrapping off, but here it is. Let's show this up close. This is awesome. This is much more detailed than I thought it would be. It looks kind of like airbrushed, but it looks awesome. It has some really nice details here. The actual pumpkin part on the top looks great, and the pumpkin itself is huge, like full-size pumpkin here, and then there's his hand holding the pumpkin there. Looks really good. This is what has the projection inside, which lights up the face. Put this to the side there. Next, let's see what we can get out. We have a lot of clothing right here in the bag. Take that out later. We have, we have a step pad with it, of course, because Morris props always include those. I do really like that. Here are the instructions. Actually a pretty thick instruction set, so he may have kind of a difficult long setup. Here's the hand that's just looming over. Looks pretty good. I do like the detail they put into this guy. There's a lot of it. We have the adapter right here, which actually something I do want to mention is it comes with universal plugs. So here is just the normal plug for all my props. But I'm not sure which places in the world these are for, but it comes with 3 different plugs, so they can really work anywhere. You can get this guy and supply power to him really anywhere you live. So that's pretty cool. I have not seen that before. Here is the actual kind of back piece. It's hunched over a ton, as you can see here, but it has the control box attached. Put this over like that. We have actually, it looks like the only mech right here. But yeah, he's got this main mech right here, which one motor controls all of it. But he's got the hand, the head movement, the pumpkin mouth, and eye movement, and then his mouth movement as well. So actually a lot going on, but there it is, main mech piece. We have the 2 arms. You can kind of tell which one's which. This is the one that goes farther down, which I think would be the pumpkin, actually. But no, actually, this one looks like it would go to the hand. So yeah, we'll see about that, but I'm pretty sure the pumpkin one does droop down more. Maybe that's just because of weight, though, because it is pretty heavy. But yeah, here are the two arms. And yeah, this one is the pumpkin hand because it has the wire going to it right there. So let's see what else we have in here. We have a lot of poles here. 4 different poles, and these are thick metal, so I like that. That is always good to see because he is hunched over a lot. Here is the spine piece right there. Kind of reminds me of a 12-foot skeleton. His arch just like that as well. Also Foggy and Grim Reaper, who I have outside. Here is the hip loop. Then we have one last piece, which is actually the base, which takes up all the room in the box that's left. This thing is a huge and very heavy base right here. That is crazy. There it is. That's all of our parts in there. Let's get to the setup. Here we go. All right, let's start our setup. So we have B1 and B2. B2 goes in back like this. And let's just start our legs here. So this is exactly how Prowling Jack would look. Although instead of just putting the robe over, you would have feet as well. But yeah. As you can see, you still have the legs to work with. So if you do really want to turn this guy into Prowling Jack, you definitely could. So next we have our C poles. Both are labeled C, so it doesn't matter which side they go on. There we go. And then we have our foam. So our foam for the legs right here. We have one right here, and it's very bendable, which is nice. Should be really easy to slide over. The main part you want to cover here are the knees, because the knees are what show through. There we go. Looks good. Now, next we have the cloth, actually, which just feeling the cloth, it is extremely good quality here. This is not what I was expecting at all. Same thing with this, actually. This stuff on top of the pumpkin, it's not creepy cloth like I thought. This is like an actual, like, creepy fabric type thing they make. And I haven't seen it before. It's kind of like a seaweed type feel, but this right here is really good quality cloth. So definitely happy about that because you don't always see that. But let's slide this over. Lots of cloth here. You can already tell this guy is going to be massive. So slide this over. This might take a bit, but yeah, we'll see. Let's see how big this thing really is. There is a lot of fabric here. We just want to make it go down far enough that we can just see the poles, because that is all we need here. I can see one here. Let's see. We can bring this down more. All right, we have the cloth down now, and now we have this control box piece, and we'll just add this quick and then move the camera up. So this piece goes on the poles right here. There's one, there's two, and then we'll just snap lock it in. One side, other side, this side, there we go, almost in, there we go. All right, so now we are going to move the camera up and continue our setup. Here we go. All right, let's continue. So we have our archback piece right here, just this huge hunchback, and he is already huge. Super tall prop there. Next we have our giant shoulder piece here, and this is definitely looking like it's looking up a lot. So hopefully this weighs it down some more. But no, actually, it is just huge. So yeah, I guess the head will look down a bit more, but that is crazy. Much taller than I was expecting. So next we have the hunchback piece, which gives it even more of a buff type mutant feel. And that's kind of why I like the Prowling Jack as well, because he has that really creepy mutant type feel to him that not too many props have. We're going to try to line this up. There we go. That adds even more height. So yeah, he is huge. But there we go. That is what is going on there. Now next we are going to bring the clothing up, and that's going to take a bit. So I'm going to do that off camera. But once that is up, we can continue with the arms, head, and then we're pretty much done. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so I have the clothing on. Let's do the rib cage. So this rib cage is not technically the next step, but I don't think it really matters when you put it on. So we're just going to do it now because I'm super excited to see this. Now, we can attach this up here using the two prongs, and this thing is crazy big. This also lights up, as I said earlier, and there we go. It is in. Now we can take our clothing and just put it around this. Also has a Velcro up to here that we can just put on like that, and then one more here, and the last one here. Then we can just take our clothing, kind of wrap it around it. It'll be much easier once the arms are on as well. But there we go. This thing is huge so far. Looks awesome. There we go. Gives him a nice shape as well. But yeah, that looks great. We will definitely take these stickers off as well. But there we go. Let's add the arms. Before I add the hands, we will move the camera back down. But because this is in a good position, we're just going to get the arms on now. Slide these up like this. And we actually, it's going to look like we're going to have to go around back here up to the top. So let's open this up. He does have a whole row of Velcros, making this a lot easier. But let's take this, slide it up. These are some very long arms. Not usually what you see. Even with the bigger props, they usually keep them smaller because it still gives a creepy effect. But this guy, definitely not. These are huge arms. But here we go. This is the moving arm, actually. So there we go. That's one right there. And his hand will weigh that down, but looks really good. Let's move over to this side, and we will get this other arm on as well. All right, here it is. This is the arm with the pumpkin. So this one has a wire going down it. And let's feed this up the cloth. Okay, so now we have both arms on. Our next few steps are the head and the pumpkin and the other hand right here. So let's move the camera down, get the two hands on, and then we'll finish with the head and go to the demo. Here we go. Okay, so let's start with the pumpkin hand right here. We do have this to put on, but I'll put that on in a bit. So first we are going to just attach these prongs right here. And he also probably, yeah, he has Velcro on the hands, and that weighed it down a ton. That was crazy. But let's connect the wires now, just so we don't have to later. There we go. And then we'll cover all this in a bit, but there we go. There's the pumpkin. It is huge. Next, we have this one over here. In the wind, this might bounce a lot, which would actually look really cool. As long as it doesn't snap, I do like that. But yeah, it feels very strong. Over here, we have this hand, which kind of just looms over people as it moves, because this one does move. But there we go. We'll adjust the cloth later, but that looks good. There we go. Let's move it back up, do the head, and go to the demo. Here we go. Alright, so let's do the head here. So I have the hood kind of going through it, so we won't have to put it over. But there we go. Put the prongs in place, and then we will also fix up this hood eventually. But there we go. Yeah, let's fix this up here. Off camera, I will just make this look more perfect. But there we go. Looks pretty good. There he is. Jack Stalker, as you can see, still have to wire him up. Still have to just get the clothing better. But there he is. He's massive. He's very tall. Let's go to the demo. Here we go. All right, so here he is, Jack Stalker. I am just going to show some of the details on this guy before we go to the demo, because he is crazy. This guy is way cooler than I thought he would be. He is huge. I was really not expecting him to be this big. He's about Fogging Grim Reaper size, who is definitely one of my largest. He's super tall and overall a massive prop. There you can see the side view. He's giant. But yeah, here he is. Looks super cool. I do definitely like the robe in person. Here is the pumpkin, also massive. But yeah, there he is. Let's go to the demo. Alright, let's do the demo. I have him on step pad mode. Here we go. We'll do 2 in the light, 2 in the dark, just to see that pumpkin shine. Alright, here we go.
I love this time of year, when the air is cold and the veil to the afterlife is at its thinnest. Yes, I can hear the voices of the spirits calling out to be released. And the souls of the living are so bright and vibrant to our eyes, like beacons in the night. Let's tear open the veil and release our brethren unto the world. Yes. This night shall be ours. Let the feast begin.
Alright, now we will do 2 in the dark.
You can't be too careful. There seem to be lots of creeps out tonight. Yeah, there's one right behind you. Ah, made you look. A word to the living, pal. We are the ones you don't want to turn your back on. I love a dank, dismal night. When the bitter winds make your bones crack. And all our fiendish friends crawl out from your hiding places to terrorize you victims. Yes. Their panicked howls can be heard echoing over the darkening hills, drawing even more creatures to them with their cries of pain and fear. Ah, such wonderful times. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Alright, so there he is. Jack Stalker from Morris Costumes. He is awesome. I was expecting him to be super cool, but I did not anticipate how massive he would be and how really creepy he is in the dark. I think I am going to have a very, very cool spot for him, and he is so cool. I do love the concept of talking back and forth with the pumpkin, and his overall size just makes him super intimidating, but there he is. Jack Stalker. I definitely recommend him if you can find him for a good price. There he is. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.